demand and supply of masks for Pharmacy Delima. As we can see, this graph shows two lines, the blue line for demand and the orange line for supply. The demand line slope downward from left to right, indicate that when the price of masks decrease, the quantity demand increase. This is in line with the law of demand. When the price is low, more consumers are able and will to buy. On the other hand, the supply line slope upward. This indicates that when the price increase, the quantity offered by supply also increase. This is because producers are more interested in sale at a higher price. The point where the two lines intersect is the equilibrium point. At this point, the quantity demand is equal to the quantity supply. The price at this point is stable market price, which is RM2, and the equilibrium quantity is approximately 800 units.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nushazwani binti Abdul Manan. My metric number A2382154. I will be presenting the answer for question A to Roman, which is to determine the equilibrium price and quantity for the face mask during the COVID-19 pandemic. Market equilibrium occurs when the quantity demand by consumer equals the quantity supplied by producers. At this point, the market is in a balanced state. There is no supply and no shortage. Based on table 1, we can see the equilibrium occurs that the price is RM2. At this price, the quantity demand equals the quantity supply, which is 800 units. This means that all the price of RM2, all the masks available in the market are purchased, and there is no excess supply or unmet demand. Therefore, RM2 is the equilibrium price and 800 units is the equilibrium quantity for this product. That's all. Thank you.
Demand and supply function. Demand function QD. First, we calculate the slope and using 2.0.5, 1400 and 1.0, 1100. Slope formula: N equal 1200 minus 1400 divided by 1.0 minus 0.5 equal negative 400. This means for every 1 ringgit increase in price, demand drop by 400 unit. Equation: QD equal negative 400 P plus 1600. Next, supply function QS. We also start the slope and using 2.0.5, 500 and 1.0600. Also slope formula: N equals 600 minus 500 divided by 1.0 minus 0.5 equal 200. This means for every 1 ringgit increase in price, supply increase by 100 unit. Equation: QS equal 200P plus 400.
At the beginning of 2020, the demand for face masks increased drastically due to the global spread of COVID-19. This caused a shortage of supply in many places, including Pharmacy Delima. To address this issue and support public health, the government introduced a subsidy of RM0.25 per mask purchase. Now, let's look at how the subsidy affects the market equilibrium. Originally, the supply function was QS equals 400 plus 200P, with the subsidy. The new supply function become QS equal 400 plus 200p plus 0.25, which simplifies to QS equal 450 plus 200p. Next, we equate the demand and supply to find the new equilibrium price. 1600 minus 400p equals 450 plus 200p. Solving this, we get P equals 1.92. This means after the subsidy is applied, this equilibrium price decreased from before. While the equilibrium quantity increase, if we illustrate this on a graph, the supply curve shift to the right because of the subsidy, leading to the lower price and higher quantity in the market. In conclusion, the subsidy benefits both consumer and suppliers. Consumer pay a lower price while supplier can sell more mass, helping to manage the mass shortage during the pandemic.
Effect of subsidy. A subsidy to producer effectively lower their costs, allowing them to supply more at its price or supply at a lower market price. In modeling terms, a per unit subsidy of amount shift the supply curve downward or to the right. The new supply function becomes quantity supply equal 400 plus 200 per times. This indicates that producer receive extra per unit. So, for a given market price, they are willing to supply more because the effective price, including subsidy, is higher. Impact on equilibrium, price and quantity. The subsidy decrease the price consumer pay because suppliers are willing to supply more even at a lower consumer price. Equilibrium quantity increase because the lower market price make the good more affordable, encouraging more consumption.